That's a good lesson for a rancher that's trying to stay in business. You know, we need to adapt, and that's what's killing ranches is that, no, hell no, my granddaddy did it this way, so I'm going to do it the same way. You know, my favorite guy's named Bert from Nebraska said if it can't be done from a horse, it's not going to get done. When European man first came to the Southwest, they kind of brought with them a biblical attitude that we needed to conquer this land and develop it into a garden. It was missing something, and that something was man. And now we found that the interactions between plants and animals and all the functions and form in the ecosystems are just vastly more complex than we'd ever imagined. And now we're backpedaling, trying to get the picture and understand these sort of things. The same can be said with animal behavior. We drive by an old dairy cow sitting there chewing her cud out in the field, and we think, boy, you know, what a simple life. And that's about as dumb as it can get. And now we're realizing that these animals are the animals are very complex. Their interactions with one another, their interactions with predators, interactions with forage are extraordinarily complex. Things like the cow's ability to select her diet based on the nutrient content of the forage, her needs at the time, are extraordinary. We're trying to tap into a number of different natural behaviors of cows to control them, which is difficult. It requires first understanding the cow. And after spending 37 years of my life on this ranch, I realized that I really don't understand a lot of the things that motivate the cow. But basically what we do is a kind of a reward and also a punishment. And the reward is often supplemental feed. It might be water, it might be salt, it might be fresh pasture, these sort of things. And that's what the majority of what we do is an incentive for the cows. But we also use, besides the carrot, somewhat of the stick. And I say that in a manner that we never injure a cow or hurt a cow or even physically contact a cow. But you can make a cow feel bad, make her feel uncomfortable, and that's all it takes to dissuade her from doing something, to communicate to her that she is doing the wrong things, is in the wrong area, etc. We try to reinforce the herding, the natural herding behavior, and really to bring it back out of by using a breed of dogs from New Zealand called Huntaways that gather the cows, and they bark a lot, and they're kind of like a nice predator. They don't eat anything, but they bark and they bring the cows together. And that constant behavior and kind of use that just like a muscle that's atrophied over time, start to use this behavior and this response to predators and exercise it and get them where they're used to doing it so much more. And these sort of things are managerial. They're really, it's what's in your brain, it's not what's in your pocketbook. You don't have to go and spend a lot of money doing this. It's hard is because it does take a lot of time trying to understand why does a cow do that. You know, cows don't do anything except there's some stimuli that's affecting them. Is it because they're hungry? Is it because there's better food over there? Is it because there's a predator? You know, why does it do that? And so we need to understand these influences and how do we use these as tools to achieve these goals that we had.